Hello student. So let's start the puberty in the female. So it is the stage where that is the internal reproductive organs in the female that reach for the maturity, and that is usually occurs at the age of 12 to 14 years, and this is called the term that is called the menarche. And these changes that should be occurs due to the influence of the hormone that is the follicular stimulating hormone FSH and the luteinizing hormone that is called the LH. Many physical and the psychological changes should be occurs due to that the changes. The changes are the uterus and the uterine tube and the ovaries that reach to that the maturity. Second one, that is the menstrual cycle and the ovulation, it should be begins. Then the breast development that should be occurs. Then it increase the size of the breast. The pubic and the axillary hairs, it should be begins to grow and increase the height and the wide of the pelvis. Then increase and deposited the subcutaneous tissue into the hip and the breast. So these are the changes that should be occurs during the puberty, when that is the menstrual cycle that should be start. Here you can see that is the reproductive cycle or the one menstrual cycle. So it starts from that is the period of first bleeding to that the period of the second bleeding. So between this that the period that is near about averagely 28 days. So that is called the reproductive cycle or the one menstrual cycle. So it should be occurring from the 26 to 30 days, and you know that is averagely it should be occur the 28 days cycle throughout the childbearing period, and in which that is the ovaries and the uterine changes should be occurs due to the hormonal level into that the blood. That is the hypothalamus secrete the luteinizing hormone, which stimulates that is the anterior pituitary gland to secrete the secretion that is called the HPA axis, that is the hypothalamo-pituitary axis. The FSH hormone, that is the follicular stimulating hormone, promotes the maturation of the ovarian follicle. So here that is the maturation of the ovarian follicle, and secrete the estrogen that is leading the ovulation. And the luteinizing hormone, that is the LH hormone, that triggers the ovulation, stimulate the development of the corpus luteum and secrete that the progesterone. So here you can see. So that is the hypothalamus respond to changes the blood level of the estrogen and the progesterone. The high level of the estrogen occurs or it causes the first half of the menstrual cycle, but suppressed by the estrogen and the progesterone into that the second half of the cycle. So the first called the menstrual cycle or the menstrual period or the menstrual phase, which is of the 4 days. Then the proliferative phase, which having the 10 days, and the secretory phase, which having the 14 days. So let's see that is the phases of the menstrual cycle. So as you know, that is the phases of the menstrual cycle. That is, first it is the menstrual phase, second that is the proliferative phase, and third that is the secretory phase. So that is the changes during that is the post menstrual phase and during the most of the proliferative phase takes place under the action of the estrogen, which is produced by the developing follicle into that the ovary, and hence this period it is referred as the follicular phase of the menstrual cycle. Then the follicular phase, it constitutes the first half of the menstrual cycle. Following the ovulation and the corpus luteum, it is formed and start secreting that the progesterone. So during that is the second half of the menstrual cycle, this hormone produces the shrinking changes into that the endometrium, and as these changes takes place under the influence of the corpus luteum, this half of the menstrual cycle, it is called the luteal phase. Just before the onset of the next bleeding, there is the lowering the level of both hormones, that is the progesterone and the estrogen, and it is believed that the withdrawal lead to that the onset of the menstrual bleeding. That is the secretory phase and that is the menstrual phase. Let's see, that is the first phase of the menstrual cycle, that is the menstrual phase. So here, so in this, when the ovum it is not fertilized, the corpus luteum start to degenerate, and because of this degeneration the progesterone and the estrogen level falls, and the functional layer of the endometrium, which is dependent on the high level of the ovarian hormone, it is shed off into that the menstruation. So here you can see that is the endometrium, which is high level of, under the influence of the high level of the estrogen and the progesterone hormone. So because of that is the multiplication of the cells that should be occur, and the huge amount of the blood flow that should be occurs into that the endometrium. And as that is the hormonal level estrogen and the progesterone it should be false, so that the all endometrial layer that should be shed off, and that is called the menstrual flow. So that the menstrual flow it consists of the secretion from the endometrial glands, the endometrial cells, the blood from the degenerating capillaries, and the unfertilized ovum. In opposite to it, that is the high circulating level of the ovarian progesterone and the estrogen, it inhibit the anterior pituitary gland for blocking to release the hormone, that is the FSH and the LH, means follicular stimulating hormone and the luteinizing hormone, and that is occurs when the pregnancy is done, and the pregnancy it rising the estrogen and the progesterone level, and therefore it prevent the maturation and the release of the another ovum from the ovary. However, when the following level of the estrogen and the progesterone, it leads to resume anterior pituitary activity, it rising the FSH level, that means the follicular stimulating hormone level, and it initiation or initiate of the next cycle, that is the menstrual cycle. After then, next to see, that is the proliferative phase. So this one, next to it, that is the proliferative phase. So in the proliferative phase, the ovarian follicle stimulated by the FSH, means the follicular stimulating hormone, is growing towards to that the maturity, and it is produced by the estrogen, which is stimulated the proliferation of the functional layer of the endometrium. So here and it should be prepared for the perception of the fertilized ovum. The endometrium thickness it becomes very thick and very vascular and rich with, that is the mucus secreting gland, and the rising level of the estrogen are responsible for triggering or the stimulation of the luteinizing hormone, that is the LH hormone, approximately into that the mid cycle, and this LH hormone or the luteinizing hormone triggers the ovulation and making the end of the proliferative phase. Let's see, that is the secretory phase. So in this secretory phase, after the ovulation, that is the luteinizing hormone from the anterior pituitary, it stimulate to development of the corpus luteum from the ruptured follicle, and which produce that the hormone, that is the progesterone and some part of the estrogen hormone. So under the influence of the progesterone, the endometrium becomes the edematous, and secretory glands increase the amount of the watery mucus. So here in this diagram you can see, this is believed that to assist to the passage of the spermatozoa through that the uterus to that the uterine tube, where that the ovum is usually fertilized, and there is similar increase in the secretion of the watery mucus by the glands of the uterine tube by cervical glands and lubrication, and it lubricate that the vagina. the ovum may survive into that the fertilizable form a very short time after the ovulation, that is probably for 8 to 12 hours only. The spermatozoa deposited into that the vagina during intercourse, it may be capable for fertilizing that the ovum only for the 24 hours, although they can survive for several days. Here in this diagram you can see that is the uterine glands at the various phases, that is in the secretory phase, the proliferative phase and the post menstrual phase. So now we should have to see that is the remaining part of the secretory stage. So in the period in each cycle during which the fertilization can occur, it is relatively very short period, and if the ovum it is not fertilized, the corpus luteum degenerate and dies, the menstruation occurs and new cycle it should be start to begin, that is the menstrual flow or the menstrual phase it should be start. But when the ovum it is fertilized, there is no breakdown of the endometrium and no menstruation should be occurs, means that the menstrual phase cannot be occur. The fertilized ovum travels through the uterine tube to that the uterus and it implant into that the posterior wall of the uterus and produce the HCG hormone, that is the human chorionic gonadotrophic hormone, and similar to anterior pituitary luteinizing hormone. The hormone intact corpus luteum to continue secretion of the progesterone and the estrogen for 3rd to 4th month of the pregnancy, and this hormone inhibiting the maturation of the ovarian follicle into that the ovary, and during that time into after the 4 month the placenta it is developed and produces the estrogen and the progesterone and the gonadotrophin, and in that period the corpus luteum it should be shrink and the degenerate. So that is the phases of the menstruation, that is the menstrual phase, then the post menstrual phase, then the proliferative phase and the secretory phase. So in that way, that is the menstrual cycle that should be occurs into that the 28 days. After then that the menopause. So what is called the menopause? So usually it should be occurs after the 45 to 55 years, end of the years of the childbearing period, and it may be occur suddenly or maybe long as the 10 years, and it causes the progressive reduction of the estrogen hormone as the functional follicle are declined. The ovulates response to that the FSH hormone and the luteinizing hormone, that is the LH hormone, and the ovulation and the menstrual cycle becomes irregular. Some symptoms are seen into that the menopausal female, that is called the menopausal symptom, that is the sweating, palpitation, discomfort and the disturbance of the sleep pattern, that is the shortening of the breast, the axillary and the pubic hairs are sparse, the mood changes and the irritability should be occurs, the loss of the bone mass and the osteoporosis that should be occurs, and increase the blood cholesterol level and the cardiovascular disease. So these are the symptoms that should be occurs whenever that the menopause should be done.